Hello there everybody and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Last video I finished up with all the side questing stuff I wanted to do at the moment, and we were about to head back into Hyrule Castle Town to go and speak with Telma at her bar. And with any luck she will be able to help us find out where we are supposed to go next. We haven't been to see her in a while, but if we recall, she's actually going to be in the southern part of Castletown, so down this way. And hopefully she won't just hit on us this time and she'll actually be helpful. I mean, she told us to come to her bar and she's got some friends she wants us to meet, so hopefully they're as interesting and colorful as she is. Ah, hey, Telma, how are you? How's it going? Oh, my, if it isn't Link. Yes, it is. Would you stop bending over? It makes me uncomfortable. You made it. How have you been, honey? Mercy, but you have good timing. I was just talking about you. Hey, everyone, introduce yourselves. They're like, whatever. This handsome young man is the infamous Link. You remember what I told you before, honey? These are those friends I mentioned, the ones who are trying to help deal with all the troubles in Hyrule. Actually, there's one more of us, but there's been a disturbing turn of events in the Western Desert, so he's gone to check it out. He's an older man named Aru. If you happen to meet him, definitely take the time to talk with him, okay, honey? Well, you've come all the way here, honey, so why don't you relax a bit? Why don't you be sociable and talk to these folks? They're a jolly bunch. Yeah, they're not jolly at all, Telma. That's misleading. Anyways, alright, so she's got 4 friends, and being that they're trying to solve all the problems in Hyrule, I guess this is going to be kind of mini spoilers, but each of these people are going to be associated with a temple, and these are all new areas that we haven't been to, so we still have a lot of dungeon crawling to do in this game. So, I guess we should just introduce ourselves since we will be seeing all these characters later. Oh, hello there. You must be Link, correct? I'm Shad. Wonderful to meet you. Telma told me all you've been up to. You're rather formidable. I'm rather not, I'm afraid. Well, I'm formidable at book reading, but I lack, shall we say, physical skills. That said, if the history and legends of Hyrule are your cup of tea, I'm your fellow. If you're curious, just ask away. Okay, Shad, so what part of Hyrule do you deal with? At the moment, I'm absolutely entranced by the sky beings known as the Uka. Yes, according to legend, Hyrule was made by the Hylians who, as we all know, are the closest race to the gods. But also, according to legend, long ago there was a race even closer to the gods, and some say these creatures made the Hylians. When they created the people of Hylia, they simultaneously created a new capital, a city that floated in the heavens. They dwelt there, and some scholars believe that this race lives there still, somewhere in the great sky. Sky beings! Isn't that simply marvelous, old boy? What I wouldn't give to meet them. Yeah, so Shad is just a little book crazy, but we'll leave him to his reading. We won't really need to talk to Shad for a while, so. Who are you? Apparently nobody, because he won't talk to us. Hello? Can I talk to you again? It has been a long time. Link. Oh my god, it's Russell! Oh, what? How have you been? My wife, Yuli, sent word to me. I have seen the children in Kakariko Village. Oh, good for you. And of course, I have also heard of your adventures. I must thank you for your help with Colin, Link. I barely recognized him. In any case, I am troubled by my own inaction. I want to help the cause. These friends here, I have had a connection with them for a long while. Like the others, I am gathering information now. I will let you know if I hear anything. Alright, so yeah, that's really cool that Russell's actually part of this group. He doesn't really tell you what he's researching, but again, we'll talk to him later. And who might you be? Me, yeah, I wouldn't mind if you hit on me. What's up, baby? It's a Shay. I grew up in the mountains with my father, who was a knight in his own right. He taught me the arts of war as though I was his son. Of course, lessons in common courtesy were not part of the regiment, so forgive me if I come off as rude, yeah? Listen, before I blab both of your ears off, I want to tell you something. Snow Peak, the mountain to the north of Hyrule. It's unlike any mountain I've ever known. I don't know much yet, but things happen there that happens on no other mountain I know of. Evil controls it. As soon as I know something more, I'll tell you. Until then, you should stay away, yeah? Well, you certainly aren't very friendly, and again, we won't be seeing a shave for a while, so definitely a interesting group of people. Like I said, she says they're jolly. I don't think any of them were really jolly and friendly and nice, but anywho, right now we're going to actually be looking for Aru. She says he's in the desert, and we haven't seen any desert in this game so far, so you can actually look at the map if you're stuck. And it will point you to where Aru is, and he's actually at Lake Hylia. So that is where we need to go next. So thanks, Telma, for introducing me to all your friends. I'm sure we will see them all later. Alrighty, so I guess I'll just leave through the south exit and be on my way to Lake Hylia and get back on track. Alright, so I need to come out here, obviously, so that I can warp. I can't really transform and warp in the middle of a busy town with a bunch of people. Minda won't let me, so we need to go to the bottom of Lake Hylia. Let's go, Midna. Alright, so here we are, and it's not insanely obvious that the desert is in this area, but if you have been paying attention when you've been warping every once in a while, or you've just taken a look around the area, you will see in the distance that large area that we obviously cannot get to, and you might have gathered that that is where the desert is, and that is in fact where the desert is. So it doesn't really look like much now, but as soon as we get closer, it will definitely look a little more desert-like. So you need to, of course, climb up a little higher so we can get a better view. And we're actually going to be going back to an area I've already been to. I do believe the cave is up here, where I was going through and getting a bunch of those items and things in chests in that cave there that we blew up and went through. So I've already been up here. I just need to come a little more north to the very peak. This would be such a nice place for like a picnic or something. Not that I think anybody on this planet like does picnics anymore, but anyways. This looks like a very large tower that's good for looking out, so Aru must be up here. We can also all enjoy an upskirt shot of Link, although it's a big, black, gaping hole of nothingness while he very, very, very slowly climbs this ladder. Because that is what Link does in Twilight Princess. Oh hey, look at this. I thought it was about time for you to arrive. Master Link, is it? You do know Telma, don't you? I am Aru. I am part of the group that Telma kindly allows to meet at her bar. For an old dude, he has really, really, like, young, cartoony-looking eyes. It kind of creeps me out, actually. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I have heard all about your deeds from her. Now, you being a courageous youth, you have likely heard of the strange events in the desert and come to investigate, no? Actually, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. Or am I mistaken? You do know, don't you, Master Link? Again, no, I really don't. The Gerudo Desert once held a prison built to hold the worst criminals this land has ever known. The criminals who were sentenced to death were sent directly to the underworld by a cursed mirror that was kept in the prison. Now that prison is condemned, and even the road leading to the desert is impassable. This desert, at world's end, it still holds the accursed mirror and the malice of the doomed inmates. Oh god, that sounds so awesome when he puts it that way. These old bones know that the evil currently plaguing Hyrule is related to this wicked place, so I have come to learn the truth. Master Link, I must ask, what will you do now? Don't tell me you plan to enter the desert and confirm my suspicions with your own eyes. No! Yeah, of course I do. Ah, is that so? Then let good old Aru help you out. You see Lake Hylia below us. A man named Fier runs an amusement ride of sorts there. Give him this. Oh, hey, Fierre's the guy with the cannon. Interesting. See, long ago, I saved this man Fierre's life, and now he cannot refuse me if I ask a favor. If you leave the rest up to Fierre, all should go well. Alright, I mean, there's obviously no other way to get here. I mean, this place is obviously condemned, like Aru said. It was a prison, which, in my opinion, is so awesome. I love the whole, you know, like, lost souls in the desert, condemned, and I just, oh, it's so awesome, just kind of how they did that. I think that's so cool. So anyways, this is going to not only unlock a new area, but it's gonna lead us to our next temple. So, unless you don't really feel like going to a new area or anything like that, I wouldn't recommend going. Although you will be able to warp there eventually, so it's not like it's a warpless place and you're stuck there forever. I'm gonna end the episode off here though, because we're gonna get a bunch of dialogue and things like that. But I think I'm good for side questing for the time being. I'll probably do some after we come back from the other temple, just to kind of spread everything out a little bit. Because there's quite a few things I haven't done, and I do know that, and we're trying to keep track. So, anyways, next time we will talk to Fierre and see if we can't get up to the desert. So, thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope that I will see you next time.